This week on the American Crappie Trail, the field battles wind and rain, but the crappie are biting. It's the exciting conclusion of the American Crappie Trail from Kentucky Lake.
Welcome to the final day here on Kentucky Lake. You know, we've had a great tournament so far, but we are expecting a weather change later on today. Hughes and Gillum are in the lead with just a little bit over a pound. So it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see how it winds up.
We got 5 minutes to go and we're pretty pumped up.
Day 2 of the American Crappie Trail on Kentucky Lake, presented by Mid-State Seed.
Day 2, our plan is to go to the same place we started yesterday because it's a travel route, a transition route coming from the high water shallows back out to the deeper waters, and it's the type of place it should replenish.
I know how this goes. I fished tournaments a long time, and you can be overconfident, and we're not, believe us.
We'll know pretty quick, baby. We'll start downwind and probably have to come back up, turn around, go back up, still throw the chains out and all that.
Well, Matt, this is the second day of the Kentucky Lake event. You know, we had a great day yesterday. A lot of fish were caught, and we had good weather. Today, we're expecting a little bit different weather, and there's less than a pound difference between the top 14.
When we're crappie fishing, typically we're talking between tenths, sometimes hundredths. At Kentucky Lake, the fish are all about the same size. It's who's gonna catch one kicker. Mother Nature's gonna rear its head. There's no question. We've got a 90% chance of rain. We've got thunderstorms coming. The lightning, the bad winds, that'll kill them.
It's gonna hurt some of them. The ones that really know their business, really know the lake, have got a chance to bring home this trophy.
They do, and there's gonna be guys that are changing tactics today. You know, I know Caps and Coleman were fishing way up north on day 1. Here's the catch. Day 2, they're going an hour and 45 minutes south. It's almost impossible to think that you could leave top 5 fish.
Yeah.
But they're on a pattern of catching males.
Right.
And they're looking for some shallower fish. Some of those fish in that 7 to 10 foot of water. And if they're there, I'm telling you, they've got as good a chance to win as anybody.
We got good competitors. We got weather change. We got wind. So it's going to be interesting to see who brings home that trophy.
We've already conquered one thing, getting on location, but anyway, it's been a pretty good trip, road trip. We're on the southern end of Kentucky Lake and got the wind in our favor this morning, which is always a good thing, crappie fishing. We're about to fish about a 100-yard section of ridge. Basically, it's a high sandbar type ridge, got about near 100 stumps on it. There's about 20 big stumps that we're kind of key on that's a little larger, and we're just looking for 2 or 3 fish, really. If we can put 3 or 4 fish right here in the boat that'll be in the 14-inch class, we're gonna be well on our way to winning the first ACT tournament.
Caps and Coleman are in 4th, trailing by over a pound behind local anglers Hughes and Gillum. It's early on day 2, but the gamble of going south looks like it may be paying off. Hughes and Gillum are hoping home lake advantage helps them secure a win, but the top 10 is loaded with heavy hitters, putting the pressure on for Championship Saturday.
We kind of tell each other, you can't win a tournament on day 1, but you can dang sure. That's a fish. It's little. It's little. Kentucky Lake, they have to be over 10 inches. That one's right at 11, so he'll be our first keeper for the day.
Yep. Sir, yes sir, yes sir. The biggest male we caught in a week. That's a great tournament fish for right now. Big old male crappie, healthy too.
In crappie fishing, electronics are everything. Our day one leaders admit that using their imaging units to find fish in practice is a key to developing a winning pattern.
When we're pre-fishing or we're, finding places to fish, what we'll do is come into an area like this, and with those side scan units, I like the split screen where I can show my maps and down imaging and side imaging, and we'll just ride through an area and just comb it, just go back and forth, and we'll just mark the structure, whether it be a brush pile or stump or a stake bed or mat, and we'll just mark as many as we can, and then we'll put out and, and fish them and just see what quality fish you got in that area. There he is. No, it's gonna be a keeper maybe. I got it. It's yep. A little better. Oh, I got him. Barely.
Good net job, huh?
I always try to keep a good net man with me. Okay. Not what we're looking for, but keepers anyway.
Capps and Coleman are chasing our leaders, but Hughes and Gillen refuse to give up easily. It's Championship Saturday of the American Crappie Trail on Kentucky Lake.
Lucas Oil's Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but also provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Clean up your toughest messes super easy, super fast. Only Super Clean is formulated to do the work for you. Just spray it on and watch the grease and grime wash away. Super Clean is the only cleaner degreaser that is scientifically formulated to kick any mess to the curb, so you can move on to more important things. For all of your greasiest, grimiest, toughest tasks around the house, shop, or garage, Super Clean gets the job done. Super Clean, super easy, super fast.
B&M Poles, the #1 crappie pole company in the world. Whether you're jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole. Third-generation family company with over 70 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Poles, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. B&M Poles, official pole of the American Crappie Trail. The American Crappie Trail is brought to you by Lucas Oil Marine Products. Made in America, sold to the world. By Ranger Boats, driven to dominate. Super clean, super easy, super fast, super clean. By General Tire, anywhere is possible. And by these other proud sponsors.
Welcome back to Kentucky Lake. We got the weather, we got the lake. Let's see which one of these teams has figured out how to catch these big fish.
Angler Team of the Year leaders, Capps and Coleman, are in 4th place going into Championship Saturday here on Kentucky Lake. They abandoned their day 1 fish and ran south today in hopes of finding bigger post-spawn fish.
Yep. Get him.
Woohoo!
Did you see how easy that fish bit? Another big old male. He got an injury on him. He's been fighting off all kinds of critters, and we'll let him go this afternoon. Maybe give him fight off some more critters later.
With just 2 small keepers in the boat, day 1 leaders Tony Hughes and Bart Gillen are contemplating their next move.
If things don't pick up, we're probably going to move. We decided that we're going to give it a while this morning. We had a game plan today. We're going to give it a while, maybe to 10 o'clock. If it hadn't picked up by then, we're going to move to our second location. Hope it does. We do better there, but we really want it to work here. The fish are here. We can see them on the graph. They're not biting for us. But yesterday it was kind of like this. And when those thunderstorms rolled through, they started biting. Maybe they'll do the same thing today because we know the storms are coming. Just hope they're not worse than they was yesterday.
Falling water has been a concern all week long. As the water drops, crappie tend to move, something the second place team of Mark Williams and Trent Jones is all too familiar with.
We were hoping they'd stay on that ridge line. It's a little transition area. When the water's falling, they'll travel coming out. And the water dropped last night, our fish moved. We've been trying to relocate. We relocated a few males, but they're not the size we're looking for. We're still looking for the ones we were catching yesterday. And this area here is about 300 yards from where we caught them yesterday, and it's a good hold-up spot, a good depth change, and we're gonna try it.
We better go pick him up first.
Caps and Coleman are finding success on a large flat, but keying on small pieces of structure. They marked these targets before the off-limits period. And now, on day 2 of the American Crappie Trail, it's paying off.
Not what we're looking for, but I think it'll help.
Easy, easy, easy. Come on, oh yeah, good one.
Third place, Folks and Roberts are just a pound behind our leaders. So far, their pattern from yesterday is still working.
He's an upgrade. Show it to us. Shoot it to us. He's an upgrade. There you go.
He's on it. Yep.
Not as big.
We had one in the top 10 like that yesterday.
A fish first. Lay.
It's big.
As the bite picks up, the clouds roll in on Championship Saturday of the American Crappie Trail from Kentucky Lake.
Martin Metal, the specialists for your post frame or stud frame structure. Whether your project is agricultural or residential, we are the one-stop shop for your building needs, with the goal to always provide quality products at competitive prices. With great service, Martin Metal is more than metal. We have our own truss plant for your truss needs. Our lumber yard has the highest grade of lumber available in the area, and our window and door options are as diverse as the buildings we supply for. Martin Metal, where our motto has always been, working hard for your success.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler, gray head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler,
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
Land, water, seed, and sunshine. It's what farmers need to make things grow. At Mid-State Seed, we take pride in our partners and grow friendships too, providing quality seed farmers can count on. From quality control to packaging and shipping, Mid-State Seed works hard to distribute affordable product from America's heartland. Mid-State Seed, firmly planted in partnership.
Lucas Oil's Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but also provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
Day 2 of the American Crappie Trail on Kentucky Lake, presented by Mid-State Seed. The team of Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman are continuing to make a run at the lead.
Yep, that's a monster. It's a monster. It's a monster. Yes, sir.
Ain't that pretty? That's what we're looking for right there. Kentucky Lake, males on the stumps.
Crappie tournament's kind of like golf. You know, there's no defense in this. You just go out and you play the best game that you can, and you go to the scorecard. And
it's not like you're out there trying to block them,
no.
Get in front, or everybody. You got to do your own thing.
I don't look as I'm competing with other people. I look as I'm competing with myself. You know, to do the best I can do. That's just the way I look at it. Mine ain't no good.
There he is. Yep. It's good. It's a monster. Monster. Yeah. All right. Monster compared to what we caught yesterday. Okay, go for it.
The economic impact of ACT coming to a venue like Kentucky Lake is vast. Hotels, restaurants, and even boat dealerships benefit. But the community support that's given back to the anglers and ACT is incredible. Places like Buchanan Resort, a destination on Kentucky Lake, is something you don't want to miss.
If you're looking for a weekend getaway or a summer-long vacation, come to Buchanan Resort.
We've got about, what do you think, 8.5, 9 pounds? Somewhere in that range, 8, 9 pounds. We need 2 good fish to be in the hunt. We think we do. We've got about 3 hours left. We've been catching fish pretty steady. Get him, Victor, get him. No.
Got a number in it, folks. Oh, leave it. One of them.
Take him.
Take him.
It's gonna be a keeper. Well, so far, we're just catching basically keeper fish like this one. We definitely need a better grade, but you gotta get 7 in the live well too, and then improve on that. And that's the very same thing we did yesterday. So we're by no means in panic mode.
As weigh-in approaches, the skies open up with a downpour.
Kind of a wet boat ride. Most spots, we're over here in the hot spot now. We're fixing to get some hot and heavy action. A little bit of rain, these crappie fixing to go wild.
B&M Poles, the #1 crappie pole company in the world. Whether you're jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole. Third-generation family company with over 70 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Poles, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. B&M Poles, official pole of the American Crappie Trail.
Launching a Ranger aluminum boat that's cut full of holes may sound a little crazy, but with so much closed-cell foam inside, it's easy to see the added safety and stability. It's a huge confidence booster, especially with so much quality inside, along with Evinrude E-Tech's unrivaled performance and 300 hours with no dealer scheduled maintenance. Ranger aluminum is built to excel and priced to be yours.
Power your Ranger with Evinrude E-Tech.
The outboards that are changing everything. Easy to own and fun to drive. The Evinrude E-Tech G2, now from 150 to 300 horsepower.
And it was just so easy to drive, not having to worry about the trim. I could just gas it and go, and that's where I fell in love with the engine.
I could drive my boat literally with one finger.
In terms of just convenience, easy for me, the G2 is perfect.
I wanted something my wife could drive with ease.
I love my G2.
For details, visit evinrude.com.
From the tackle store to your truck, to your boat on the lake, back to the ramp, and all the way home. Angle Coolers have you covered.
For over 30 years, Lucas Oil has provided the very best products for the land and sea. From this success stems another amazing product from the Lucas Marine lineup, Lucas Slick Mist Marine Speed Wax. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Lucas Marine Speed Wax will make your boat look brand new and provide great UV protection. Apply Lucas Marine Slick Mist to wet and dry surfaces in sunlight or shade. It's ideal in both fresh and saltwater application and prevents hard water deposits. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
The American Crappie Trail is brought to you by B&M Fishing, quality performance and service for over 70 years. By Mid-State Seed, firmly planted in partnership. Martin Metal, your source for quality buildings, roofing, and lumber. By Evinrude, official engine of the American Crappie Trail. And by these other proud sponsors. Final hours of the American Crappie Trail on Kentucky Lake, presented by Mid-State Seed. Our leaders have stumbled a bit, but the second, third, and fourth place teams are all catching nice tournament fish.
Yeah, baby, come on. Lift it up, Greg.
Got it. Yep, good one, good one, good one. Monster, monster, monster. That's what we're going for there. That's 114 plus. Go for it.
No. He's better.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like it, he's better. Turn him back in.
Yep. And had two on it. Ooh, come on.
Time expires on Championship Saturday here on Kentucky Lake. The brief showers passed, and the bite remained steady right up until weigh-in. Robert and Gina McCord took an early lead, jumping from 12th with a two-day total of 19.26 pounds. But then, the top 10 teams approached the scales.
Oh, just another one again, 962. Gonna put you right there at 1887 for your 2-day total. Look at that, it was quick. 815, just a hair short. These weights are getting pretty tight. 2-day total, 1821.
Then the fourth place team of Caps and Coleman stepped to the scales.
Right here behind the cord says, I think you got some big fish here. You got it, it's gonna take 920 to get up there. They're gonna do it right here. Got some new leaders, folks. 1146, that's gonna put you over 20 pounds. 21. Look at that.
Caps and Coleman take a demanding lead and the hot seat, sitting by as the top 3 teams from day 1 are called to the scales.
For Ed Folks and Jason Roberts, they're going to need 1144 to take this Caps and Coleman off. You guys got it today? He says they don't have it, but you know, I'm optimistic. Let's just see what we got here. I hope you're right. You're right, it's going to fall just a hair short. 803, going to put you at about 1811. Mark Williams and Trent Jones. We got a good string today, don't we? Hey, Mark, I tell you what, you never know. Let's hang on here. Oh, let me knock off the scale here. 1064, going to be just a hair shy. Bump up there. They're happy fish, though, aren't they? 793, it's going to put you about in the 1881 for your 2-day total. Guys, a great 2-day total for you here at Kentucky Lake. All right, they are from Dyersburg, Tennessee. This is the Tennessee knockout right here, isn't it? They're going to need 1029. They had 1123 yesterday. They were the leaders throughout the day. They're going to, like I said, 1029. Let's give it up, boat number 31, Tony Hughes, Bart Gillen. This is all. Right here for Ranger RT 188C, guys. It's going to take 1029 to put it on the scale. Let's see here. We're going to have a Kentucky Lake champion right here. And 863, a little bit short. You are Kentucky Lake American Crappie Trail champions.
Big tournament here at Kentucky Lake. We closed her out today, and we closed it out with a big bang, man.
It was an awesome tournament, Sam. Kentucky Lake, I've said before we came in, was the mecca of crappie fishing.
Oh.
Caps and Coleman, title winners here at Kentucky Lake, took home a $25,000 Ranger RT 188C Evinrude package, 115 horsepower HO motor. Absolute awesome job by them. They beat second place by 1.5 pounds, which is almost unheard of.
And how much did Tony Hughes and his partner take home?
Gillen and Hughes, locals here at the lake, they took home over $6,000. We paid out over $55,000 plus contingency dollars, almost 60 grand here at Kentucky Lake this weekend. And there's no doubt that Caps and Coleman were probably a favorite, being a home lake of theirs.
Sure.
The courage it took for them to move 60, 70 miles from one end of the river to the other to completely fish something different speaks volumes to who they are as an angler team, and they're just a well-oiled machine. They showed it here at Kentucky Lake.
They are.
They do deserve the championship, the title here at Kentucky Lake. I'm proud for them, just as I am any other competitor and any other winner of American Crappie Trail.
I am too. Well, that's it for Kentucky Lake. But what about Sardis?
Sardis Lake in Mississippi, Batesville, Mississippi, is an absolute awesome summertime fishery. Sam, it's going to be big weights, a lot of fish. I'm excited.
So whatever you do, make sure that you tune in next week for Lake Sardis on American Crappie Trail.